Hello, TheStarMunchers. Max here, back playing the Outer Worlds. In the last episode, we happened upon an intruder in our hotel room who was wearing a mascot outfit, and that person was dispatched. And okay, what is slug? I don't know what slug stands for. I don't remember what the acronym stands for, but I think it's some sublight thing. Maybe. That's the only guess I have. We stopped at the last episode before confronting Black Hole Bertie, which was the ex-boyfriend of the actor who was killed, whose character was Halcyon Helen, but her actual name, I feel actually bad because I keep forgetting what Ruth Bellamy. That's who it was, Ruth Bellamy. And we are going to interrogate this guy, and we'll see how this goes. That hat, man, is something else. Here, let's quick save before we get into this.
What do you want?
Need to ask you a few questions, Mr. Holcomb.
Not so loud. How'd you know it was me?
Sorry, should I not have?
That's what the disguise is for. I'm in no mood to sign autographs, and I hate disappointing fans. So I'm lying low. You know, incompleto.
You're about as disguised as a sprat in a wig.
Well, they ain't talking to me, at least. Oh, what's it matter? Helen's gone. She's gone and nothing I do will bring her back. I've been trying to find who did this. That's what she would do. Track down the killer and bring them to justice. But I'm stumped. And not very clever. Being bright was always Helen's thing.
There are many types of intelligence, Mr. Holcomb. For example, your expertise on the field. Your hack attack is nothing short of brilliant.
I don't know. Both of these don't sound super nice. I don't care how smart he is. What I care about is the man's alibi.
Oh, so you're the inspector. Hope you have more luck figuring things out than me. You probably want to ask me some questions, huh? I'm sure you're asking everybody questions, so you can find Helen's killer. So, how do I help?
We need to talk about the picnic. Want to explain why you smashed up your picnic with Helen?
Oh, the picnic.
I'm assuming that's when she dumped him.
I get real mad sometimes. Ugly mad. Something I've been working on, but when Helen said we were through, I lost it.
What did you do after the picnic?
I got blotto with the other rangers.
What?
You know, soaked, muddled, preserved.
I think he means drunk.
The team noticed I was in a bad way when I got back to the hotel. When I told them Helen and I were Splitsville, they wanted to cheer me up. We were up the pole afore evening. The hotel staff said we was bothering the other guests on account of all the crying and yelling and practice body tackling. Zeke said we should move elsewhere, get some air.
Where'd you go?
We ended up at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. I think somebody wanted to pet a woolly cow. There was this one cow off away from the others. Zeke figured it'd be a laugh to get her drunk. One thing led to another, and I think we might have maybe, you know, stolen her.
Both of these questions, I don't know if I want the... What'd you steal a cow for?
I don't know. We were drunk, and we made bad choices. She was all alone. I know how that feels now. It's so hard to be all by your lonesome. My memory's a little muddled after that. I guess me and the team got split up, because I know I was on my own at the pilot house for a time.
Could anyone from the pilot house back that up?
I reckon not. See, I went to the weather station. I was looking for where Helen stashed her data pad for safekeeping, right? She'd asked me to get it, mind. I wasn't stealing. I'm no thief.
You're telling me Helen dumped you, then asked you for a favor?
Nah, she sent a note to my hotel room before we, split. I don't know how long it was sitting there before I noticed.
Alright, so the datapad, did you find it?
Sure did. Only there was a guard out there who found me. She started yelling about how I was trespassing and in serious trouble. Thing is, it was real dark out there. So dark, she couldn't tell who I was.
You're sure this guard couldn't ID you?
Real sure. It was dark as night gets. Plus, I've got small veins. Anyway, I didn't much feel like trying to explain why I was out there, or why I was drunk, and holding someone else's datapad, and also maybe crying a little, so I booked it. Ran like the Rangers were down by 3, and I just bronzed the toss ball in the Friday zone.
Wow. Did anyone else see you that night? Think hard. Anyone. Anywhere else.
Yeah, no. Nope. No one else.
Having a witness only benefits you, unless you have something to hide.
I don't. All we did was talk, I swear. It's just, I don't want to tell you. I'll get in trouble.
Not having a witness puts you in much bigger trouble.
Look, I talked to Auric, okay? Auric West. Hangs out around the spaceport. He's the one who taught me the breathing exercises I use to calm down.
Thanks, I'll follow up with Auric.
That sounds like a good idea. So now you have the whole story. After I talked to Auric, I went back to the hotel. Woke up the next morning with Helen's datapad in my hand and the hangover to end all hangovers. Don't know if I'll ever drink again.
Let's see the datapad.
Oh, yeah, you'll probably want to... Yeah, of course. Of course. Helen sure did have the prettiest handwriting.
Give him a moment.
Sorry. Here you go, Inspector. Hopefully they make more sense to you. I couldn't make heads or tails of them. Either she was writing in code or I'm dumber than a bag of hammers. I tried for hours to crack her notes, but it's like I said. Being bright was Helen's thing.
Thanks, I'll take a look at them.
Okay. And listen, I want to help you find her killer, Inspector. I knew Helen better than anybody. And it could be handy to have a guy like me around, in case anybody gives you trouble.
I can't let a suspect be part of the investigation.
I get it. I'll head back to the Grand Colonial then. Unless you need me for anything else?
No, you're free to go. Hopefully you survive the next hour, because seemingly most witnesses we talk to end up dead. What the heck are we doing mission-wise? Optional, confirm Bertie's alibi. Let's do that. So, where would we even do that? Okay, so I'm assuming that's to talk to Ludovico. Where's Auric West? Let's talk to Auric, see what he has to say about...
Hey, pal. Over here.
Okay, yeah.
Hey there. You looking to unwind, friend? Maybe you're on your way to the bar for a good time? Maybe you're interested in something a little better than beer or Adreno? Something with a little more kick?
You don't want to sell me death sticks. What are you selling?
The name's Auric. I deal in, shall we say, holistic pharmaceuticals, natural substances and the like. You know, alternative stuff. I know. Ooh, it came out of the ground. That's where worms live. I get it. I do. Why go for that homegrown shit when you could be pumping your body full of effort accelerators? Says it right on the Anti-Cleo's box. Better than nature, right? Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, pal. Those pharmaceuticals the corporations manufacture, not all of them are as good for you as the board wants you to believe.
No kidding. Yeah, I've noticed as much.
Alternatives. That's the way to go, pal. Trust me. No matter what ails you, I got what you need.
I'd like to ask you some questions about Bertie Holcomb.
Wait, you ain't a sheriff, right? You gotta tell me if you're a sheriff.
Let's see. I'm a freelance inspector brought in to investigate the death of Halcyon Helen.
I'll be honest, I don't really know where that puts us.
Am not here to bring any trouble, just want to talk.
All right, fine. Yeah, I know Bertie. So what?
Was Bertie with you the night Halcyon Helen was killed?
Yeah. Damn shame about that. Bertie thought the world of Helen, you know. He showed up drunk at my place wanting to talk about the breakup. Helen dumped him, he said. Boy, was he in a bad way. I'd never seen him like that before. We talked for a while, and when he felt better, I sent him back to the hotel. Told him to drink more water and get some sleep.
Heard you taught Bertie some breathing techniques?
Yeah, that was me. Bertie's got a temper, but he's not a bad kid, you know? He's trying to work on it.
That's all for now. Okay, so now we need to talk to Administrator Ludovico about what we found. Actually, do we have the data pad that we could look at? In theory, we should have it. I don't know where it would be. We have so many tossball cards. I have no idea what to do with it. Okay, these look like quest items. Helen's data pad. The contents of this data pad are incomprehensible to you. It seems to be written in code. Several pages of unrelated words, sentence fragments, and seemingly random numbers conceal its true meaning. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing something blatant. So we need to bring this to Administrator Ludovico. The thing that's freaking me out that I'm still trying to figure out is that these murder victims are being killed with the needler, and somebody would have had to get access to that somehow, which is strange. Someone would have had to get access to Helen's room in order to get the needler gun, right? So that probably would narrow down our suspect pool quite a bit, right? Surely. Let's go to the penthouse. I think that's where we're supposed to go. At least that's what I'm assuming. I do like that you can just teleport right inside. That is nice. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Managed to track down Black Hole Bertie.
I'm pleased to hear that. Bertie Holcomb is a valuable asset to the Rizzo's Rangers property. When Helen was murdered, Bertie was nowhere to be found. The timing of his disappearance is unfortunate.
Let's see. Bertie's something of a character, but he's harmless. I feel a little bad for him.
Try not to feel too bad for him. Bertie is a brilliant athlete. The universe has balanced his talent by making him a slackwit. His teammates are a bad influence on them. There was this incident with a woolly cow. Yes, I know about the woolly cow. Constable Keene had Bertie's teammates arrested for unauthorized inebriation of livestock. Bertie himself was nowhere to be found during the incident. Ironically, if Keene had arrested him, he'd have the perfect alibi. Be plain with me, Inspector. Do you believe Black Hole Bertie killed Helen?
Let's see. I mean, it's possible. I'm still investigating my leads.
Understood. I appreciate your candor. I'd like you to continue your investigation. Notify me as soon as you're ready to make a formal accusation.
See, I don't know if I want to lock him away. Bertie agreed to stay at the Grand Colonial.
I appreciate that. I'd rather keep Bertie within the public eye than let him languish in a bar at the docks. If you're through investigating Bertie, I recommend looking into Cedric Kincannon. He's been entirely too comfortable since we began this investigation. I don't trust Cedric when he's comfortable.
I'll be back. There we go, another level up. Alright. Handguns, let's get that up. Long guns, heavy weapons. We use a lot of heavy weapons, so I'm gonna do that. Perks. Area effect and plasma damage dealt to you is reduced. That does sound nice. Let's do that. Cool. And then Felix. Let's do that. I missed some of their level up stuff that I need to get to. There we go. All right. So that's all sorted. We don't have a lot of time left in this episode, so we need to choose our next move wisely. So Cedric Kincannon is the other actor. That was another suspect. Because obviously we could check into that. What are our other options here? Dr. Goodnight. Wait a minute. Chief among Helen's many injuries and afflictions at the time of her death were signs of poisoning. That's something I didn't know about. Profit of profitability. That's going to be a whole thing. Let's do the man who chafed. I don't even know what that means. Speak to Dr. Goodnight. Let's do that. I'm trying to remember where Dr. Goodnight is.
What floor would you like to visit?
Lobby?
To the lobby we go.
I don't remember where Dr. Goodnight is. Let's go Nyoka and Sam. This may become a whole thing. This has been a lot of dialogue. I mean, I knew that it was going to be a lot of dialogue, this DLC, so no big surprise there. Okay, Dr. Goodnight is up a floor. Where are the steps to this place? There we go.
We should try to solve the puzzle hedges in the orchards.
Right up here. I do remember the name Dr. Goodnight, but I don't remember the character. Oh. Medical center. Okay, that checks out. Alright, so we need to ask some autopsy questions.
Inspector, not a moment too soon. I've just finished my autopsy report.
Let's hear it.
Ruth Bellamy was killed by plasma damage to the upper vertebrae, the occipital bone, and the cerebellum. If it's any consolation, her death was instantaneous and painless. I've also discovered a poisonous compound in Miss Bellamy's stomach lining ingested during her last meal. Toxic, but not enough to kill her. Spencer Woolrich complained of a stomach ailment around the same time period. I assumed he was being, Spencer. But now I'm not so sure.
I should go speak with Spencer then.
Conversations with Mr. Woolrich tend to spontaneously transform into monologues. You'll find him on the VIP guest floor. I'd best return to work, Inspector. Autopsies always whet my appetite, and all this talk of food is distracting me.
Lovely. Can we do our own investigation? Yikes. Okay, so she died from plasma damage, so they didn't kill her with the needler. Interesting. Spencer Woolrich. Who the heck is Spencer Woolrich? I can barely say the name. Cedric is different, so Cedric is the slug guy. The sublight offshoot, I guess? Okay, right. So, Spencer Woolrich is the other actor, which we could do that, but I don't really want to get into that now because we've already done quite a bit. Why am I talking to you? What's up?
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector?
I need access to the VIP guest floor.
I'd love to, Inspector, but I don't really have the authority. Moreover, the guests were promised exclusivity. If I let you up there, I'll never hear the end of it.
Bribe, persuade. The only guest who'd have a problem with me being up there would be the murderer.
That's a good point. If they give me guff, I can just tell them that they're obstructing justice. That has a nice ring to it. Let me just set you up with VIP guest floor access. Done. You can now come and go as you please.
Awesome. All right, cool. So now our next play will be to talk to the other actor. So, were they poisoned by the product that they were about to display? And that's why she was so upset? Or was there a completely different plot to... It's the fact that it's both of the actors. That's strange. Because for a split second I was worried that it was Black Hole Bertie and that happened at their picnic. But it's not like he was anticipating being dumped, so that wouldn't make any sense. This is all very interesting. I'm looking forward to trying to figure out the whole mystery and all of its twists and turns. But that's going to do it for this episode. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.